guys, we're kicking off just a minute or so late. We had some issues with my login for Zoom this weekend. And 30 minutes ago when I was, okay, here we go. 30 minutes ago when I was working to get it going or log in, it was locking me out and said I would be locked out for 30 minutes. And that was at 11:33. And I'm like, huh, well, in 27 minutes, I have to be on a Zoom. So we got a problem. Oh, wait, did I just get locked out? No, okay. All right, so let me start recording. Hang tight just a moment. All right, and I'm hat hair today because this also known as dirty hair. Hat hair, also known as dirty hair. So I'm going for it. I was like, I'm gonna put on one of my cute little hats, and I'm wearing my fawn earrings today, and we're just pulling this dirty hair back, and away we go. Okay. I'm excited about today's call. It's going to be a good one. Let me actually throw this on speaker for just a hot minute. It's going to be a great one because we have two really fabulous trainers that are going to be sharing with us and talking about getting back to the basics. Hold on, let me clean my, okay, all right. But before we do that, friends, couple things that I want to address. Number one, let me mute everybody. Hang tight. Not everybody's muted, so let me mute everybody. All right. First off, who saw the September splurge incentive? Who saw it? If you saw it in our tribe over the weekend, pop in the chat box what you would do if you earned $1,000. What would you do, my friends, if you earned $1,000? All right. So I have in my hand right here, I have $1,000 in cash. I have 10 $100 bills. I sent my husband to the bank this morning. I said, you have to go get me 10 $100 bills. I want to know what you guys would do if you won $1,000 cash. All right. I want to know if you're excited. I'm like, I can't even read the chat box because I'm holding this up. I want to know who is excited about winning $1,000 cash. Who thinks it's crazy and feels like, well, I would never be chosen. My name would never be drawn out of the hat. I'm sure Lindsay Hale felt that way when I pulled her name out of the hat for that Gucci bag. I'm sure that I'm sure that Natasha felt that way when I pulled her name out of the hat for the Gucci bag. I'm sure Sally Neff felt that way when I pulled her name out of the hat for the Gucci bag. I'm sure Jennifer Brown felt that way when I pulled her name out of the hat for the Gucci bag. We have a Gucci belt winner to draw for, and I'm full disclosure, guys, I did not have time this morning before this call to cut up all those names. So I'm going to do that this afternoon. I will go live in our treasure tribe and I will announce the winner of our Gucci belt winner because there is one lucky lady that's going to win it. All the data has been pulled. I've got it all. I just have to cut up the names, and that did not happen this morning before this. But
Tish,
yes.
Let my daughter do that this afternoon.
Okay, can she come over after school?
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Tish has no more children at home, so I will donate mine.
I need someone to cut up those names so that I can get that done. But this right here, friends, this is what I want you to just for a moment, I want you to like envision yourself having this pulled, all right? Having your name pulled and you winning $1,000 cash. And this is the deal. Obviously, only one person is going to win this, but who's to say it couldn't be you? Your chances are greater you're going to win this $1,000 pot than going to Vegas and winning $1,000. Your chances are greater that you will win this. And this is what I love about focusing on these challenges with our $1,500 gift that we are receiving from Park Lane, because when you guys do $1,500 in week 4 and week 5 of September, which many of you have already done that before. If you have already sold $1,500 over a 2-week period of time and either gotten the turquoise impression bracelet or all those other things that we could earn in the past that I couldn't even remember at this moment what they were. If you've already done that once, pop that in the chat box. Because if you've already done it once, you know you can do it again. You might have more making up to do these last few days for week 4 and 5. But if you did it once, you don't need me to tell you, it's possible. You can do it again. If you're brand new here and you're like, I've never sold 1,500 over 2 weeks, look at all the people that have done it before. It is not hard. It is very doable, especially when you take one or two of our ideas and you run with them and you just go do it. And when you guys do 1,500, the 4th and week 4 and 5, sorry, I've got people working on my poll. Can you guys hear that? Hopefully not too bad. But when you guys do it, you're going to get the beautiful autumn bracelet set. I don't have it here on me to show, but I know Sarah Thomason is going to be sharing really quickly in just a moment about a new script that we're launching for you guys. If she has it to show, she can show you guys because she received it to take pictures. So if she's got it, she'll show you all. But it's a beautiful set. I want everybody earning it for free, not winning it. You get that for free when you do the 1,500, and then you're going to get entered to win this. Okay. I'm not going to talk to you about the long-term effects that are going to happen when you do that. The long-term effects are you're going to have that set to then be able to show and sell because it will be available for our customers to buy. And it's going to be it's going to go into our main line. It's not a style drop. So like you want it so that you can sell it. You're going to build momentum that's going to take you into the first month of our best quarter of the year. There's so many good things that happen from this. So I want us to pinky swear, okay? Commit that you're going to do it and pop in the comments that you are committing that you are doing it. For those of you that are like, oh, I've already got that. Okay, well then how many more entries are you going to go for? These type of things I do, not for you to go do what you're already going to do anyway. These type of things I'm doing to encourage you to reach for more because I know what happens when you go for more. So many more beautiful things happen as a result. And that's what I'm here to encourage you guys to do because I know we're capable of more. And I know, and I mean, we've heard it and we've heard it and we've heard it through our last few guest speakers that we've been able to hear from these last few months. As big and as amazing as things could be for you right now with your business, and you may be earning more than you've ever earned before, and you may be having more success here than you've ever had before, okay? And I know that for a fact that is the case with many of you. But this is what I also know. We're still playing small when you look at what's possible. All right, my friends? We are still playing small when we look at what is possible. I sit in on this mastermind group on a weekly basis now, and it is with people who earn 6, 7, and 8 figures. And you know why I love being in this group where I actually feel like I'm playing really small in the grand scheme of things? It pushes me to get out of my own way. It pushes me to get out of my comfort zone. It pushes me to create a greater vision for myself and a greater vision for all of you than where we are today. And the leader of that mastermind, Eric Warray, sorry for the noise. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes, okay. The leader of that mastermind, you know what he says to us? Even to the people that are like doing way more than what I've done in my short term here. He's like, you're still small in the comparison of what's possible out in this big bad world. There's a big world out there where people are doing things that will blow your mind, and they are no more special or no more different than you. They just decide and they put actions in place and they work their business consistently each and every day to achieve those things. And that's what I know for all of you. So I want you guys to think about, as you start this Monday, the last Monday in September, as we're about to walk into our best quarter of the year, I want you to really think about, what is that scary, scary goal that I could reach for as I close down 2021? And I promise you, if you decide to go for that scary goal, you are going to have way more fun. You're going to be way more challenged. You are going to grow in ways that you never thought possible. And you are going to be so thankful that you didn't get comfortable, because getting comfortable, it's possible here, but I know that there's so much more that is possible for you. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. Okay, I'm going to stop talking for a moment. Sarah Thomason, if you were there, I'm going to have you share about this new hybrid script that you have been working very hard on and will be sharing and launching with the team today.
I'm here.
Hey, hey.
Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, so we have been working hard behind the scenes to launch a new hybrid script. So what that means is that we have, well, I just ended up doing this and just told Tish I was doing it. We made all new graphics. It is brand new. It's like a brand new script, and a new line was released, okay? So basically what we have done is we have shortened the other script and made all new graphics. And so I've been testing this for the past 2 months, doing it this way. I've told Tish I'm about to have my 2 largest months in sales since I joined 3 years ago. I should close about $12,000 in sales this month, and I have only done 5 parties. So I don't think that's all, you know, because of this script by any means. You can't throw out all the rest of it, okay? But if the script just definitely didn't work, then the numbers wouldn't be there to support it. So this does not mean that you have to use this script. You have the script that we released in July, and that is still there. This is to give people another option. It is an easier option. So I want to walk you through a few things that I think contribute to the success of this, because it is a little different. So we're going to use the example of you starting a party group on a Friday. Okay, so you start a party group on a Friday evening. There are 3 pre-party posts. That's it. She'll invite all her customers in. That's the whole idea of Friday, is just getting people into the group. Saturday, you'll post all day. Sunday, you would post all day. And Sunday night is the live. Monday is the day to order, and the party closes Tuesday. So it is way shorter than the script we released in July. The script we released in July is like 8 days, because there's after party posts. This script doesn't include any of that. That does not mean that you personally can't go take those after party posts and dump them into this party. You already have those, okay? But this is how it's been laid out, is just short, sweet, to the point, okay? There are only a total of 34 posts in this party. 34 posts. The other party had 65 posts. Okay, so you can see it is way shorter. It's going to feel a little funny to you in the beginning when you start using it, because you're going to feel like you're missing things. You're not, they're just not there. We've just shortened it, okay? Now here is one of the main things you're going to notice. When we talk about the hot trends, all the hot trends are in one post. It is one post highlighting the 3 hot trends, okay? Those graphics have been redone. There's Park Lane jewelry on each of the graphics. It encourages, I don't know what happened, sorry. It encourages people to comment. Every post is, it asks questions, and it is hopefully deriving commentary, okay? So it says, which of these trends relates most to you? Which pieces are catching your eye? So that's one difference. So there's not 4 posts about hot trends. The next big difference that you're going to notice is that the 6 essentials have been reworked. So if you participated in the last mega party with self-care, you kind of saw a sneak peek of these, where the stud essentials have the names of the studs on the graphic. Now these have been redone to match our new colors. for this hybrid script, which are really fun. It's dark turquoise, mint green, hot pink, super, super fun. Okay. And so when you post the 6 essentials, you're going to notice in the Scent Share script and in the Facebook group that Tish is going to share today, that there's only one photo that you're posting. So in the past, when you post the essentials, you're posting the stud photo and then you're posting 30 photos along with it. In this script, you're posting the one photo that shows the studs. I just pulled the top sellers of studs. I pulled top sellers for hoops, and of course featured as much of our new jewelry as I could on the graphic without it looking, chaotic. And so it asks people to comment with what they love. Now, here is where your work comes in. And this is where I've noticed a huge difference in using this script is that because there are less photos, people are actually looking at them and they're commenting on the graphics. It keeps the party very clean. So if somebody ends up getting into the party late, there's not all this stuff to shuffle through. Okay. And so if somebody comments on that stud graphic and says, oh, I like the clovers. Then I go below her comment. I'm like, great choice. They're a designer dupe. And I'll either post our little designer dupe graphic where it shows the Tiffany studs right next to ours, or I'll post a photo of me wearing them or a fellow stylist wearing them if I don't have a photo of myself. So then you're creating a conversation with them directly. And this helps too, because once they comment back to you, it starts a conversation. They start seeing your posts more in the party as well. So that is how you use that one graphic as a way to tailor it to their specific needs, where you are answering back directly to them in the comments. So there's not all these photos flying around. All right. I think that's mostly it. I would encourage you to use the save the date with a shorter party like this. I think it's very helpful for you to use that save the date so that day one, that hostess is inviting her friends and getting them in there. Christy asked me this. She just tested it this weekend. How many people do I typically have in my group by the next morning? I typically have 30 to 40 people in my groups by the next morning. Sometimes that doesn't happen. And then you have a conversation with the hostess. Normally they didn't invite enough people. Maybe they didn't send out the save the date, if they're not doing the steps. So this is not going to be a miracle script. Okay. You can't throw out all the things that you've learned and all the training. It's just a script that is shorter for people that need or want that. And like I said, you can merge things from the other script that you want. You can try this all together. It is new and fresh, so that's always fun. You have new this or that's, new thank yous, new covers, new everything. So it should make the fall season hopefully feel fresh and new moving into the holidays. So I think I got it all, Tish. I tried to be really fast.
I have a quick question. Share with everybody, because I do think your save the date piece is very important. I actually tested this 3 times. I tested last week. I did 2 parties where I used the save the date. I did 1 party where I did not use the save the date, and I saw a big difference. So will you share really quickly what you mean by using the save the date, your step, how you use it?
Yes. So I created one that matches this party script. So you will have that already when we release these graphics. It matches the cover photo. It matches everything. So I send that to my hostess. In an ideal world, I would send it out a week early, and I never live in that world. So normally I'm sending it to her, 3 days, even 2 days before her party. I send her the little save the date and I say, hey, will you text this out to your top 25 people that you do not want to miss your party invite? And then I send her some words to say, these are in the treasure tribe. If we need to repost them, we can. And it just says, hey, insert name. I've fallen in love with Park Lane Jewelry. They offer quality jewelry with an unconditional guarantee. I'm having a party this weekend. I would love to invite you. It's going to be super fun. Giveaways, fashion, bling. Do you want an invite? And I have her just text that to 25 people. I chose the number 25 because I feel like that's realistic. That's realistic for me when somebody asks me to host a party. I'm not going to send out 50 save the dates, but 25 I can do really fast. And the hope is that she gets, 15 to 20 yeses. That way, by day one of the party being set up, we've already got 15 to 20 people that knew they were getting that invite, and they're in and they're ready to go. And if you have 15 to 20 people that said yes to a save the date, chances are at least 10 of them are going to order. And that means you're going to have the perfect 10, you're going to hit the goal, you're going to hopefully have $1,000 show, and all the other things, you know, fall into place. So that is my save the date.
Perfect. And then the other question I'll ask, and then we're going to move on, because I think once people see it, it will all make sense to them. So walk through the days again, Sarah, like you open the part, let's say you open on Friday, walk through how many days and what day the live is.
Okay, so if we open the party on a Friday, there's going to be 3 pre-party posts. And then you would start, you know, officially getting the party started on Saturday. The reason for that is most people are not going to be seeing your post on Friday. That is your work day. That's when you get your hostess to tag them to turn on their notifications. I've done a training on this. If they don't tag them in the notification post, I don't move forward with the party. That's my personal decision. So Friday is your work day of getting people in the group and turning on their notifications so that everything you post thereafter, they're actually seeing. So Saturday, what will happen is there's some fun starter off graphics that say, how do you know the hostess? You know, what's your favorite piece of jewelry you don't leave the house in? And then you will talk about the essentials. And then you'll end the day. There's an animated graphic that encourages them to invite a friend. And then you move on to Sunday. Sunday, there's some this or that. There is some fashion stuff. So some of the leaders helped me with a project that is teaching people how to get dressed easily. There's 5 different leaders featured that helped me with these outfits and so kindly took selfies and worked on this project with me that you can choose from. Okay, all different ages. And then that night you'll do the live style show. This is if you started your party on Friday. Okay, you could start your party on Monday. It doesn't matter. So you would do the live that night. Then Monday rolls around. Monday is, you know, a reminder about the sale, a reminder about if you didn't catch the live, the replays and the announcements. There's another this or that. There's shopping made easy. So many of you have asked for this. So you're going to find a mini catalog in this new script. It is earrings under $40, bracelets, necklaces, and rings under $40. So you can just call that a mini catalog, shopping made easy. Okay, so that posts the next day. So the next day is kind of just about our sale, about the easiness, you know, etc. And then Tuesday is the last call for orders. There is one opportunity post and there is one post about the hostess perks. And so, you know, all the rest of the opportunity stuff kind of got taken out in this shorter script and the hostess stuff, but there's one of each of those so that you're still hitting on it. And then you close it out. There's a new countdown graphic, all of that's in there. So it's just very short, sweet, and to the point.
Thank you, Sarah. This is awesome. So you guys know the only thing that makes me nervous about this is you know, we had all the after party posts about the perks of being a stylist and all the different things, the trips, the Mercedes, all the things, the free products. So it is that much more important that you share your story in your live presentations, that you plant the different seeds of the perks that we get as a stylist while you're doing your live presentations. Maybe you do an after party that we've talked about where you're sharing this. So those are the things that you want to keep doing if you want to continue leveraging your time and continuing to build your business where you are building your team. But I'm super excited about these shortened posts, especially for our gals that do not use SendShare, where they are physically the one having to go and post it or schedule them in Facebook. It'll make it a lot easier from that perspective. So thank you, Sarah. The script is gorgeous, guys. You're going to love it. And we'll be launching today. So thank you, Sarah, so much. And what we'll do afterwards, guys, is we'll put a post in our treasure tribe where if there's additional questions and stuff, we'll try and get them answered. But I think once you get your hands on it and you see it, it's all going to make perfect sense to you. All right. Okay. Passing it over now to Christy Goodman, who has got an incredible lineup for our second half of today's call. And you guys are going to love what you have to hear.
Okay, and like Tish, I have drills going on this wall. So bear with me. But I am really excited. We had several requests, several within the team for basics training, just getting back to basics on how do you run a business simply, because that is what we love most about this business. Now, you'll never hear me say that the business is easy. You know, if there was a magic pill, you know, to be a size 2, we'd all take it. If there was a magic, you know, something to be a millionaire, a multimillionaire overnight, we'd all be doing it. Okay, that's not how it works. You still have to put work in, okay? You have to put effort in. But when we create systems within our business, simple systems, we thrive. If you've ever heard the phrase discipline equals freedom, you know, when you have systems, you will be like, God, this is so easy. God, this works. And I'm telling you right now, if there is a book, there probably is, Direct Sales for Dummies or Direct Sales 101, this would be chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay. So let me first introduce to you guys, Senior Division Leader, Kim Craddock. She is my neighbor and friend of 20 years. And she is going to talk about the sandwich method. This is not new information, but Kim's going to share her recent experience. But then again, if we were all doing it every week, would we need to talk about it? No, but we know we're not all doing it every week, but it works. So Kim, I'm going to pass it off to you. Thank you. And be sure and share your recent experience. I know you are, but anyway, you guys will want to listen when you know how it's worked for her.
Hi, everybody. Christy, thanks for asking me to talk. I'm excited to be with you this afternoon. And now after hearing Sarah talk about that new script, I'm even more excited to talk to you because I'm talking to you about booking and you are going to want to be booking. So just going back a little bit to my personal experience, like Christy said, I had a really busy summer. Like Christy, like Tish, I was getting my oldest, well, it was her oldest, Tish's youngest, ready for college. Summer was hugely busy. I was partying all summer, but I didn't necessarily book my fall like I wanted to book. So the kids get settled in school, they're doing well. All of a sudden, end of September, you know, end of August, beginning of September rolls around, and I look at my calendar for the end of September into October and think, I do not have enough bookings on there. And so in that moment, and I know a lot of you probably experience this, you kind of get analysis paralysis a little bit. What do I do now? Like, here I am, I've got open dates on my calendar. I want to book them. So what I did was I went back to basics. I kept it simple. Those of you who have been around with Park Lane for, you know, a while might remember some of these things. We've been talking about these things since really the pandemic hit, when we took everything online. We had to totally revamp our business. And so the brains got working and we started thinking about how we were going to revamp our business. So I'm actually going to talk to you about two things today. I'm going to talk to you about the Green Dot Challenge. That's a blast from the past for some of you from last year, and then the sandwich method, because I've been using both together. So if you're new with Park Lane, you might have heard of this. Maybe your uplines mentioned it. Maybe you've seen it in a training before. Maybe you haven't seen it, or maybe you just didn't implement it. But this is so simple to me. And I started again a couple weeks ago doing this, and it's been so successful booking. I shared with Christy and she wanted me to share with you. So I'm thrilled to be able to do it. So first of all, and I've got my notes so I don't forget anything, you guys, just like our parties, right? Nobody has time to memorize anything. We're just gonna look at notes. So the Green Dot Challenge. Okay, first of all, when you are booking, the Green Dot Challenge is something that I don't even know who it was. You guys may remember who it was. A genius person came up with this, but in Messenger. This is reaching out in Messenger. So we're not texting, we're not emailing. It's not even really like on a, you know, Facebook post or anything. It's Messenger. When you go into Messenger and you click on chats and then you click on people. Now this is, you know, you can do this on your phone or your computer. You click on chats, you click on people. Christy's going to show you. And then you click on active. And at the top, it will show you who is active. And if you click, there's Christy clicking, and the active people will pop up. And if you'll notice, next to each one of their names is a green dot. So the Green Dot Challenge came about because those people are live, they're looking, they're active right now. If you send them a message, there's a really good chance they will see that message. And so when we started doing this, you would text 10 or message 10 of those people, 10 green dot people. They're active, they're going. And for me, going back to this method now, it really offered a fresh group of people, even though they're my friends on Facebook, even though some are customers and some are past hostesses, some are not, some are new people. It really just gave me kind of a new pool of people to have as hostesses, to have as customers. So last week I started doing, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, I started doing the green dot challenge. Now, keep in mind, when you get ready to message one of these people with a green dot next to them, you'll message that person and then you'll come back to your active screen. People who are active, that might change. As they're popping off and on of Messenger, that might change. So have a pen and paper next to you. Be sure as soon as you message somebody, you write down their name. That's what I do. I am an organizational systems person. I know exactly where I am with my pen and paper, and I do the same thing every single day of the week to keep my business consistent. So once you message one of those people, you're going to want to write down their name so that you remember that you messaged to them. And then you'll go to the screen and pick your next person. So when you're in the Messenger chat, there's a couple of things to be thinking about. If they are a past customer, you're going to be sending them different messages. And then if they're a past customer, past hostess, or somebody brand new that's never shopped with you before, there's different messages. And I'll go through that in just a second. That's where the sandwich method comes in. Okay. So for me with the green dot challenge, you can do it however you want. I'm doing it 2 times a week. I'm starting on a Tuesday with 10 people, and I'm starting again on a Wednesday with 10 people. So you could do 10 people a week. You could do 10 people a day, whatever you want to do. And then as you do the sandwich method, you're going to keep up with that group every single day. So moving on to the sandwich method. Now, if you haven't heard of the sandwich method, this is a genius, easy tool to use for booking, for reminding, and then for a quick follow-up to book. So the sandwich method is a 4-day process. Okay. So if I start with 10 green dot people on Tuesday, that group ends on Friday. If I start with 10 green dot people on Wednesday, that group ends on Saturday. Okay. So day 1, I'll just do the Tuesday group so it's not confusing. So if I start on Tuesday and I go through 10 people, and this doesn't take long, this is a quick, easy reach out thing to do. Your words are not long. You don't want to overwhelm people with a story, right? It's not going to be a huge paragraph. This is not a monologue here. You're just texting them really quickly. So, and all of this is in the Treasure Tribe. I will back up and say the sandwich method. If you go into the Treasure Tribe Facebook page and you search, use the little magnifying glass and search sandwich method, it comes up. I think Tish recently reposted it on August 23rd, I think is the date I saw, or the 28th, August 28th. And it's the words to say. It's several different options. You don't have to reinvent the wheel here. It's just really simple. So Tuesday, you're going to look for your green dots or whatever day 1 you choose, your day 1. And it's the first day of the sandwich method reach out. Okay. So very simple on day 1. If it's somebody on the green dot, and this is another beautiful thing that I remembered, when you click on the person with the green dot to send a message to them, your past conversation will pop up. So you can look real quick and see, oh, we talked about booking a party, or, oh, she loved to shop with me, or, oh, I haven't reached out to her in a while. You'll see your relationship, or, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to her in 20 years. She doesn't even know I'm with Park Lane, kind of thing. So you'll kind of get a bearing of what your next message needs to look like. So, but if it's somebody, I'm going to give you 2 examples, and I can put these words in. If anybody wants my personal words, I can add these into the Treasure Tribe later and just make a post about it. But if it's day 1 for me and it's a past hostess or customer, I'm very simply going to say, hi, Sarah. And it's funny I said Sarah, like that's always my name I use. I don't know. So Sarah, it's funny that you just spoke today. I must really love you. I do love Sarah. So hi, Sarah. Kim Craddock here with Park Lane Jewelry. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to reach out because I'm booking online parties for October, and I thought you may want to have one. Simple, really simple. And then I say, and I'm gifting hostesses an extra $100 in free jewelry credit. What do you say? Want to grab a date? And that's it. Now, this is a past hostess or customer. So I'm just refreshing their memory. I'm saying, I'm booking for October. You want a date? Thought you might want to have one. Very simple, simple. Or if it's somebody that I haven't talked to in a while and they don't know necessarily that I'm with Park Lane, I'll switch it up a little bit and just say, hi, Sarah. I don't know if you've heard, but I'm a stylist with Park Lane Jewelry now. I love the company and the product. My business is all online and I do fun Facebook parties. I'm booking my October online parties and thought you may want to have one. I would love to show the jewelry to you and your friends. Plus, I'm gifting my hostesses an extra $100 in free jewelry credit. What do you say? Want to pick a date? Now that one's a little bit longer because this person doesn't know much about Park Lane. They don't know much about my business maybe, but I've given them just little key things. She sells jewelry. It's a fun Facebook party. She wants to have one with me and I'll invite my friends. That's it. That's what she knows. And she's going to get some free jewelry because I'm gifting it to her. So that's day one. So really quick and easy. Texting that to 10 people, or in Messenger in this case, messaging that to 10 people. Some will respond that day. Great. You'll get a yes, you'll get a maybe, you'll get a no. Some won't respond at all. That's fine too, because here comes day two. So on day two, and just personally, when I'm making my list, next to the 10 names, when I'm done, I write the dates I'm going to be reaching out to them. And then I put a check by each date once I've done my work for that day with those 10. That's just me keeping up with, making sure I've checked all the boxes, literally. So day two is just a really quick follow-up. And I love these words. They're genius. They're not intrusive. You're not upsetting anybody with them. But day two, for those who have not responded to you, you're just going to go back really quickly and say, hi, Sarah. I know how easy it is to have messages get buried. So I just wanted to circle back to make sure you got my note above. And then you use the quick little finger emoji, right? XO Kim. Love that. It's not intrusive. Nobody's upset by that. And it's true. Our texts get buried. Our messages get buried. We look at it and say, oh my gosh, yes, I'm going to get back to Kim later in the day. And then life gets busy and they forget. Or, or Messenger, the same thing. You open Messenger really quick when you're at an appointment or something, and then all of a sudden you forget. So that's just a really easy, quick way to respond to them. On day three, you're going to do nothing. On day three, it's a rest. So if you're doing multiple, like I am, I will have stuff to do that day with my second group of 10, which is why I think it's always smart to do, 20 people a week. I think that's great to reach out to 20 people a week. For every 10, you can average one yes. So that's 2 extra parties you'd be booking a week, which is great. But day 3 is nothing in the sandwich method. And then day 4, which for me would be the Friday, right? Because I had Tuesday, Wednesday, I did nothing Thursday, and then Friday. I'm going to follow up really quickly with them again and just say, hi, Sarah, happy Friday. It's a fine line between good follow-up and being a stalker. LOL. And you're making it fun, right? There's a fine line between a good follow-up and being a stalker, and I don't want to cross it. And I literally say that. That is in the words that they've given us. But, and this is the truth, I do want to be a good businesswoman. So if you're not interested in an October party, I do have some openings in November. It's a fun time of year party, and there's going to be more holiday specials during that time. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much, XO Kim. Now, this has given people a couple of options, right? They can now come back and be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Thank you for the reach out, which is what you hear most of the time. Thank you so much, I forgot. It also gives them the out if they saw the message and thought, oh, I can't have a party in October. I am so busy in October. Look at the month. I can't even do that. What do I say to this woman? Then you've given them the out. Oh, I can book in November. Well, maybe I could book in December. Well, maybe since the fall's so busy, she would let me do one after the first of the year. It gives them options of what they're thinking. Okay. So when they answer, and I would say by the day 4 of the sandwich method, once you've done this, I would say you typically only have 1 or 2 people that don't answer. Like, honestly, once you're reaching out to them 3 times, they will answer with something, whether it's a yes, a maybe, or no. And then I'll say really quickly, before Elizabeth talks about follow-up, that you do be prepared for every answer. There is a response to every single answer. If they say yes, of course, great, you're booking that party and you're starting that hostess coaching with them. If they say not right now, I never take that as a no. I take that as okay, thanks so much for responding. Thanks for getting back to me. Now isn't good. I'm also booking for November or December for a Christmas party. Would you be interested in one of those dates? So the not right now is definitely not a no. And then I also say, if they say my fall is really busy, no, right now my fall is really busy, I'll always follow up with, that's okay, no worries. Is it okay if I reach back out to you in a couple of months and let's revisit? They always say yes, Always. Because in their mind, they're thinking, sure, I can turn you down in 2 months. That's fine, but it gets me out of it today. Or they're thinking, that'd be great. I'll book later. I would like to think they're not saying that they're going to turn me down in 2 months, but you just never know. But it gives them, again, you're continuing that conversation, and then you don't look like a crazy stalker woman in a couple months when you reach back out and say, hey, Sarah, I promised you I'd reach out in a couple of months. Just wanted to follow up and see if you're ready to book a date yet. And if they say no, which people say no, I always thank them for letting me know. Like, I appreciate it when they don't ignore me, when they're honest, and when they say no. But I'm not quite done with them yet either, because if they've shopped with me before, of course, I'm going to offer whatever sales and specials we have going on at the time. If I have a mega party going on, I'm going to offer that. If I have an earring party or a social sale or anything, I'm going to offer that. And then I'm going to pop in a link in my message to them with a party to shop, whether it's the mega party, whether it's my personal, a personal party in my name. And then I always tell them, take a peek. If something catches your eye, I would love to make a cart for you. And a lot of times, you guys, they'll be like, you know what? I don't want to do a party right now, but I do want to place an order and take advantage of those 2 bonus items. Absolutely. And if they say no, that's okay too, but you've offered it. And so, that is, I think I covered everything. That's pretty much what I do. So green dot challenge and sandwich method, and it works. Easy and works.
Kim, I had to walk away for a second. Did you show your notebook?
Oh, what a cute little notebook. Well, I do have a cute little notebook that I use for parties, but I actually started a binder. My binders are down there with old school loose leaf college ruled paper. I'm not kidding. And I have dividers. Like, I'm like the crazy kid in the school supply section again, getting all my school supplies. But I love to have my reach outs on those binders because it's easy. Elizabeth does too. It's just easy. It's never ending. My notebook's getting to the end. The notebook that I love, that Christy, this is when you're talking about my little spiral, it's coming to an end, and it's giving me anxiety because I love it so much. So now I know I can go over to my binder, but I keep everything in sections for my reach outs. For my opportunity reach outs, I have a different section. If I do sales and mega parties, like, everything has a thing.
The point being is you have a system, it's basic, college ruled paper.
Yes. And I do love part of the sandwich method. Like, I am a schedule person. Christy knows I do a lot of volunteer work in addition to Park Lane, and I still have 1 child at home. And so my schedule is so important. And this is a system that you can put in place that you know what you're doing every Tuesday. You know what you're doing every Wednesday for your business, at least with booking. You know what you're doing every single day of the week, Monday through Friday. So it works.
Kim, thank you so much. And guys, we have posted in the chat here, but also the sandwich method and the words to say for September, and we will update it with some October words, are marked as an announcement in the Treasure Tribe. But we really wanted you just to hear from Kim that the system and that it works. You shared how many parties you booked when you did it last week, right?
The first week I did it, I think I booked 4 parties in that first week with reaching out to 20 people.
4 parties, y'all.
And it just didn't take it didn't take a lot of time. And I've been with Park Lane for 3.5 years, like, where I'm just, going back to things, simple basics, they work.
Can I add something in really quickly? Yeah, I wanted to add something in because I know going back to the fact that many are wanting to work towards September splurge and maybe like, how can I get booking? Like, I can work on this for October, but how could I use this to get bookings for tomorrow night or for Wednesday? So I want to share a success story with you guys that Sherry Allison shared with me earlier today, and I'd have her share it if she was able to, but she has back issues. So she was having to be in bed listening to this call today, but she's working towards a really big goal this month. She's working towards qualifying for a Mercedes, and she was working towards blowing up her personal volume and sales this month. And she was doing the reach outs, and for earlier in the month, feeling a little discouraged. And I told her, I was like, I know it sounds crazy, but you've got to keep, in moments when I'm starting to feel like, why am I not getting yeses? That's when I just have to go, but I have to trust this process. And I'm literally just going to keep doing these actions of doing the reach outs, which she was doing. She decided to jump on Saturday morning's power hour. So she jumped on Saturday morning's power hour, which Sally Anglin led. Thank you, Sally. During that power hour, she did reach outs. She booked a Sunday halftime during halftime for the Green Bay Packers, I believe. And forgive me if I'm like messing up on the footballs. I'm not a football person, so I'm sure I'm butchering something. But anyway, she booked a halftime Facebook party during her Green Bay team's halftime for the next day. Okay. She booked on Saturday for Sunday. And I'm sure she could use the words that she was using for reaching out, but she used the sense of urgency. We have these amazing specials. They're ending in a couple of days. You know, if you have 10 friends shopping, they're all going to receive this gorgeous pair of studs as a gift from Park Lane. You know what? We've got the 2 zingers. There's so many reasons that you could use to book for tomorrow, for Wednesday. Anyway, she booked for the next day. She responded this, or she sent me an update this morning. She's got wish lists galore. She's got people placing orders. She had over 40 join the group. She's working it. Okay. She's working it. But this is the thing, guys. Don't think you could not do reach outs today for a party tomorrow night, because we have our specials that are ending. We have the perfect 10 that's still available. And for those people that are motivated, that love our specials, that would love to have the opportunity to get, you know, 2 $200 items for $30 each, there is opportunity there. So I just want you guys to know you could use what Kim is talking about right now and get one more booking for tomorrow or one more booking for Wednesday to help you reach that $1,500 goal. So I just want to throw that out there.
Kim, thank you so much. Okay, so guys, the first basic is booking. Okay, booking, sandwich method, but you will be using this whether you are joined Park Lane yesterday or whether you are 3 years in, 10 years into the business. This is the system that you want in your back pocket. Okay, number 2 is follow-up. And so I'm going to introduce Miss Division Leader Elizabeth Baker, who is also in the Dallas area, and who has mastered follow-up and is booking through follow-up and getting orders through follow-up and all the things. And so she's doing a step that many of us miss. And so Elizabeth, I wanted you to share your follow-up system, please.
Okay, well, hello everyone. Thanks for allowing me to talk. I have my notes too, Kim, because, you know, squirrel. Follow-up. We all know it's important. Do we all do it? No. Do I do it perfectly? No. This is not my original idea. I took it from Belinda's training, and I think even Allie did a training back in the fall, or there was a training somehow that I watched, and I'm like, okay, why not? Coming from another direct sales company where I did makeup, follow-up was key, but follow-up there was awful. I'm just going to be obvious, because when you followed up, it was, do you need another mascara? It was, you were selling something. And I just, that's just cringy to me. So follow up here, I feel like is a service. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I am just reaching out. So these are my steps. Very, very, very basic. As soon as the party closes, I print out the first page of the PDF, very first page. It has the hostess name, and then it has everyone who ordered. Then I go through and I write down everyone's phone number. I may have it, I may not, but I just want to make sure that it's all right there in front of me. If they don't have a phone number, I write down their email address. Then, I mean, y'all, this is very, very easy. I put on the top when the first follow-up date was, just so I can kind of remember. And then I go through my list. Hey, Linda, it's Elizabeth from Park Lane. Just wanted to check in to make sure you're loving your jewelry from Kim's party. That's it. And then I do that for every single person. Do I hear from everyone? No. And I'm getting better at making sure, like, if they ordered a ring, I definitely ask about the ring, because how many people who that they know our guarantee, we've told them and told them and told them, You mean I can exchange that? Yes. Case in point, last night was doing follow-up. This lady ordered the Josie ring. And I was like, just wanted to make sure that the ring was fitting okay. She goes, well, it's kind of like rough in between my fingers. And I was like, okay. I go, well, do you like that style? Do you want to look for another one? And she goes, well, what do you have? So I sent her a couple suggestions and she goes, it's not that annoying. I'll get used to it. I'm like, okay, well, just know if you want to exchange or return, we can do that. No problem. She's like, thank you so much for reaching out. Y'all, this lady bought at the beginning of the month. She was a customer that bought last November that has never bought again. And she spent almost $200. So not only does she knows the value of Park Lane, but now she's like, okay, Elizabeth really cares whether I like it or not. That's what I do. After I write down everyone's name, I put a check mark. If they respond to me, yes, awesome. I'm so glad you're loving all the jewelry. Would you like to have a fun online Facebook party, blah, blah, blah. Like, Kim, I have X and X available. No, I really don't want to. That is great. I love my shoppers. Just want to make sure that you saw the link to get into my online boutique. I do a lot of giveaways and fun in it. I would just love to get connected. Now, I will say yesterday I had my first no to that. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, thanks. I was like, I don't know how to respond to that. So that was the first time that happened. But that's it. And then I put a reminder in my phone because I'm not going to remember 2 months to follow up again because of the guarantee. And I'll do the same thing. Hey, Linda, it's Elizabeth from Park Lane. Just want to remind you, if you are not loving something from Kim's party, we still have time to exchange it. And then even if I didn't hear from them the first time, I almost always hear from them the second time because they're like, oh, you mean I can exchange it? Yes. Now, is it my favorite thing to do exchanges? No, it's a pain in the butt. I mean, let's be honest, it's awful. However, if it's providing a service to someone that's going to come back and possibly host, I will do it all day, every day. And then I also have booked parties. So just because a lot of people want to see it, they're like, oh, I don't know, it's just going to be awful jewelry. And they get it and they're like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Of course I want to host a party. Fantastic. So those are the steps. Very, very easy.
Okay, so I'm going to review the steps real quick. Number one, you guys, Elizabeth closes the party and she prints the PDF and she writes the phone numbers. Okay, so she's got that info simple and available. She doesn't print the whole entire PDF of everybody's order. She prints the first page of the summary. Okay, writes her number there. So she's got it. Then she does a 2-week follow-up. Did you get your jewelry? Basically is the message. I mean, a little nicer, maybe an emoji here or there. Then when they answer, would you like to do a party? Okay. If they say no, invites them to the VIP group. If they say yes, she books it. Okay. Fast forward, she puts on her calendar to do a 2-month check-in with Susie Q's, party. 2-month check-in. How's the jewelry? How's it still going? At that point, again, would you be interested in doing a party? I wanted to add in the reason why the 2-month check-in is so awesome beyond the guarantee is, like Elizabeth said, people have a chance to see quality. How many times have you asked? I mean, I asked every shopper after they send me their cart and I create a cart for them and so forth. But a lot of times they will say no, or they will say, let me see the quality first. Think of how many people actually don't admit to us they want to see the quality first. Okay. So they've had a chance to see the quality. They've had a chance to get compliments. because you know that they've got compliments because accessories are jewelry is the first thing that's complimented. In addition to, they've had a chance to realize, God, I really need a bracelet to go with that necklace. I really need a pair of earrings to go with that. Like their desire for more jewelry could have increased. And now they're like, that party thing kind of sounds fun. Or maybe when you asked them 2 months ago, they were in the middle of a move, a project at work, travel, but now 2 months has gone by. So this is why this simple system is so key. And them saying no when they first bought doesn't mean they're going to say no 2 months later. So think of the doors that you open in your business when you implement this simple system. Tish, do you have any questions for Elizabeth? Or does anybody?
No, I think Elizabeth, you did an incredible job. You kept it really simple. I know we're getting a lot of requests on, could we have the words? Could we have the words? I know you've got your words. I'm going to ask that you share them with Christy or myself. We'll get them posted in the group. We'll add them into our guide so you guys have it. This is like my best tip I could give all of you on how to have a long-term successful business. Keep it simple for yourself. Find that system that works for you and just do it consistently. Don't overthink. I heard someone say once, you can say the right words to the wrong person. You can say the wrong words to the right person. I think it's all about the consistency of doing the reach outs and or doing the follow-ups. And it's not about the magical words that are put in the text or the follow-up. It's literally just taking action, and that person on the receiving end feeling the action, feeling the service oriented effort that you're putting in. So anyway, you girls are awesome. I so appreciate you sharing so much today.
And what I'll add, Tish, is both of these things, you guys, are so simple. Each one of them requires probably, 10 to 30 minute window a day. So these are things that you literally can add in to whether you work full time, just to maintain that consistency. This is not a process that is uber laborsome. It's quick and simple.
And it doesn't have to be perfect to get started. If you don't have the perfect little journal, you take out a piece of paper and make it printer paper, and you hole punch it later and you add it in a binder later when you get it. You know what I mean, guys? Like, don't let grab the notepad that you've got sitting on your desk. Like, don't let yourself get stuck in the weeds of, oh, I need to get that in order to start that. No, I would take the momentum and the fire that you have inside of you right now. We're doing a power hour today with the tribe at 2 p.m. Central. So in 1 hour, I'm leading today's power hour. You can join me in an hour if you want and work on these actions then. Or you can finish this and take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and literally just take action. But I promise you, when you get out of your own head and you remove all the barriers that are keeping you from just taking those steps, just taking that action, I promise you, you're going to be like, I can't believe I was overcomplicating this. I can't believe I was convincing myself of X, Y, and Z. I can't believe that I thought because I put my business down, it was hard to pick it back up. Like, you can pick your business back up today and start moving forward, and you could hit $1,500 in sales by end of day Wednesday if you wanted, and have that gorgeous autumn set, en route to you, and get an entry into this $1,000 cash bonus. Because I'm not letting you all forget about this. I don't know the last time I held 10 $100 bills in my hand, but it feels really good. And one of you could be doing this as well. So anyway, I believe in you all. I know what's possible. I want to help you all, and I hope you feel it. I know Christy feels this way today. Kimberly and Elizabeth feel this way. Sarah Thomason for sharing today. We know what's possible for all of you, and we want to help each and every one of you go out and do way more than you ever thought you could here. You may have joined because you love the jewelry. You may have joined because you wanted to be a part of the community. You may have joined because you wanted to get an extra $300 a month. Who joined because they wanted to earn an extra $300 a month? If you joined because you wanted to earn an extra $300 a month, $500 a month, pop it in the comments. Like if that's why you joined. And who here did that in their first month or in their first week or in their first couple of weeks? And we're like, well, now what? Now what goal do I want to set for myself? Like you've likely come here and done what you originally wanted to do. Now it's time to like up your game, man. If you were to pay, if you were to pay a business consultant to come in and help you decide what you wanted to do with your business for this last quarter of the year, that business consultant would say, well, keep doing what you're doing, but doing more, go do more of it. Go do it more often. Would you like to earn double what you've currently been earning? Yes, it's possible. Would you, and if you're like, I don't have double the time, you don't have to have double the time. Leverage your time. Consider starting multi-host events. Consider starting doing, 2 back-to-back on one night a week, like many of you are doing now. Start sharing this opportunity with others. Teach them to do what you've learned how to do. Leverage your time because you can double your income or triple your income or quadruple your income without necessarily doubling or tripling or quadrupling your time. That's what I want you guys to know is possible here. So what were you going to say, Christy?
At Park Lane, we have a lot of options, you guys. There are a lot of options that we talk about, from social sales to messenger parties to all the things. I can't even think of all of them. But I will tell you, nothing beats basic booking. And that is why we wanted to keep this skill top of mind. And right now, going into the 3 busiest months of the entire year, if you wanted to do what Tisha's saying and increase your income and really maximize what you can do. I mean, our father is a rancher, so we were raised hearing make hay while the sun shines. The sun's shining the next 3 months. And now's the time. So go do what Kim shared every week. Add in that simple thing and get your calendar where you want it. And don't stop until you get it there. Then you can implement some of the stuff that Elizabeth's talked about as well. But that basic skill to booking will keep your calendar where you want it and more. So.
And the last thing I'll plug before we end this is, guys, we are offering a power hour every single day of the week. 7 days a week, we offer a power hour. And our numbers are growing in attendance, but you guys, you're missing out. Now, I know if they're happening during the day and you can't participate during the day because maybe you're working or you've got your kids and you're unable to, we totally understand. But we are offering a Saturday morning, a Sunday evening. We are offering time slots so that everybody can find a time or 2 or 3 that work for you. And I see many plugging in a few days a week. And wouldn't it be grand if you right now decided 2 or 3 days a week that you can plug into a power hour and you are plugging in at that time and you are working on these activities during that time and it's forcing you, maybe you got to be kind of forced. That's okay. That's why we've got these set up. When the days that I'm leading, it forces me to sit down and do it. I'm honest. Like it's why I'm doing it. It forces me to sit down and work on it at that time. But there's so many amazing gifts that come as a result. And I was able to book 3 in a row that I did last week. Really, I did 4 in a row because I was doing the power hours. So add those into your schedule if you haven't yet and start joining us. And then when you start seeing the differences that it's making, I want you to share with us, share with your leaders so that we can continue to share the success stories behind these, because these power hours have been hugely beneficial. Hugely beneficial. All right. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Money. It's right here. So go for it. Let's have fun the next few days. And I'm just so grateful to all of y'all and so proud of you guys. So thank you guys so much. Thanks for a great call, everybody. Bye.